So this is part two, you guys. So I left off on, me telling her that, if her mother, think that is the best uh, idea or option for all of you guys to come together and be in her household and ride out the storm together, I think you should listen to your mom. But at the end of the day, if you feel like you can handle it and you want to be in your household, at the end of the day, it's your decision at the end of the day. That's how I felt. Like I wasn't taking anybody's sides, or I don't feel like I overstepped my boundaries in what I said to her daughter, because her daughter called me and, me and her was having a conversation. Then I don't know if it was the same day or the next day or something like that. I get this really, to me, at the time frame, I get this really nasty text message from a woman. Remember that I thought that she was like a mother to me, like a grandmother, my family, and all this other stuff. And so when I was reading this, I didn't even read the whole message, because that first little paragraph just made me feel disgusted as a human being, just to read it, because how she was talking. So I was just taken aback from it. And yeah. So I get this message, and I didn't even read the whole thing before I messaged her back and was like, etc., etc. And then I just took her off my phone. So I get this message, and she was like, I'm just gonna tell you the key things that I read in the message. She was just like, it's very wrong of you to tell my daughter to stay at her house, and for you and her to blah blah. And she was also stating that, oh, you need to find your own family and, ride out the storm, and etc., etc. Okay. And I'm just like, I'm just summarizing it, because it's been so long. I'm not gonna know word for word what the message is, but the key things in there, that was just like, okay, I don't even want to read any more of this message. Was that she was pretty much like, okay, you're not my family. Okay. um so she made me feel like I was not her family. Over the years that she made me feel like her family, inviting me to her house, all this other stuff. And she made me feel like, okay, I was not her family. I need to go find my own family, figure out what to do with the storm, and let me figure out what to do with my family and what's best for my children. Mind you, I don't even know where she was getting this from. And so I messaged her kindly, because how I was raised is, don't disrespect or be rude to your elders, even if they are wrong. Don't disrespect her. So I kindly messaged her back, and I was like, I did not tell your daughter to stay in her household. She called me and she asked me what I was doing, and I told her what I was doing. And I even told her, if she decided to stay in her household, let me know and I will see if I will go to her household. And that was still not a guarantee, even if she stayed in her household, that I would come to her house to ride out the storm with her. That was even a guarantee, because there was several other people that invited me to ride out the storm with them. And I told them I don't know, because like I said, I like to be in my own space. So yeah. So I don't even know where she got that from, like for me to tell her daughter to stay home for me. Like, no. And I even told her in message, like, I told your daughter that if your mom is telling you to go to her house, with everybody else, go, but if you feel like you want to stay, then stay. It's your decision. So I did say that to her, and I think I left it at that. And then I never spoke to her ever again after that. And I think it was maybe a couple of, I don't know if it was a couple of weeks or months or a year or something that passed by, and her daughter was trying to have a conversation with me about the situation or whatever, and she was just like, my mom feels so bad about the situation, about how she spoke to you, and etc etc. And then when I explained to her the situation, she felt bad or whatever. And I'm the type of person where, yes, I did hold a grudge. I did. Because at the time when her daughter was saying all that, I was just like, okay, I really don't care how she feels or whatever the case would be. Because I wouldn't, and to me, I'm like, she disregarded my character, who I was as a person, because I would never, as a person, tell another person, because I'm about to be a mother, tell another person's child, oh, please don't listen to your mother. Stay at your own household so it can benefit me. Like, no. Like, for her to even think that just disgusted me as a person. So I told her daughter, like, I appreciate that she feels bad or whatever the case be, but to me personally, like, everything that she said and everything that happened, I kind of really don't want nothing to do with her. And then also, I will never see her as that person ever again, because to me, I feel like she showed her true colors. Like, to me, I was only a family to her in a sense, to a certain extent. And to me, she was not a family to me to a certain extent. She was my family. Like, I would literally give her my all if she ever needed it. So, did it hurt me that situation happened? Yes, it did. Because, like I said, she was a very important person in my life. And I felt like she was more family than my whole family. And my family is pretty screwed up. And, it really hurt me to lose somebody like her. But at the end of the day, I could not have somebody in my corner where I'm only a family to her, slightly, and I just couldn't have that type of individual person in my just space, do I wish the situation were to turn out different? Yes. Because I saw this person in my life for a very, very long time. I had things that I, wanted to do for this individual person. I wanted to go on vacation with her. Like, I wanted to, just like I said, she was like family to me. You know, she made me kind of, want to work on the things that I needed to work on, and I don't know, just so many things. And so when that happened, it really tore me up inside. I stopped having a relationship with her after that, but my friend, her and her family still had a relationship with her. You know, I'm not that type of individual, because me and this person didn't work out. You have to stop talking to this individual or whatever. So, because I heard things and stuff like that, about her, and people talked to me about her, and I didn't say nothing bad. People didn't know. The only people that really knew about the situation was her family and my friend, that knew about the situation. But I'm not the type of person to like, oh, no, me and this person doesn't talk anymore because this is what she did. Blah, blah, blah. So I just left that alone. But if anybody ever dealt with something like that, where they felt like a person was in their life and was very important, or like a family, and then they kind of got the person's true color, it really takes a toll on you, because you're just like, dang, like it really makes you look at people differently. So she was just one of those people that kind of made me look at people differently. And you guys will see as the diary continues why I am the way that I am now. See you guys later.